What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Tadella Talks. So today we are ranking film directors based off of aura. So we got different tiers here. We got negative. Oh yeah, I should probably start here. We got negative, low, mid, high, and then a very, very special category for only a certain few, which is pure motion. Okay, that's like just you hear their name and you're like, huh? They got a movie out? Oh yeah, we going. We popping out, bro. We popping out. Yeah, so throw me on in the background. Do what you got to do. Give me a listen and hopefully enjoy what I got to say. And if you agree or disagree, comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts and let's do this. Double clap. Let's yap. So we're going to go from lowest to highest, starting in the negatives, and let's just get right into it. Starting with the first one in the negative, Joss Whedon. Now, this is kind of a tier for a very specific type of director, types of directors that are wrapped up in allegations, and things like that. Not the greatest people, and Joss Whedon does have some allegations against him, but other than removing myself from that, I'll give him some props. He did make the first two Avengers movies, which are in fact bangers. Specifically, I like Age of Ultron more in my opinion, but he also did Justice League, which is an abomination. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. No more needs to be said about him. Bryan Singer, if I'm not mistaken, he did the first two or the first and third X-Men movies, and then I think he did X-Men First Class. So he knows how to make some good movies. I'll tell you that. He knows how to make some good movies. But if he did three, then he knows how to make a stinker as well. Wait, hold on. Didn't he do X-Men Dark Phoenix? Oh my god, he sucks. Oh my god, he sucks. Okay, yeah, no, that's just another reason. Put him below Joss Whedon. And then, of course, also the allegations against him, too. And then the last one in this tier is David O. Russell. Ugh, you work with him. It's not a good look, bro. It's not a good look. Last movie I recall of his coming out is Amsterdam, which, for one thing, bombed. Banger cast, but I don't know why so many people were on that movie. They might have signed on before the allegations came out. I don't know. But yeah, now we're out of the negative tier. Now, let's move into the low aura directors, starting with Ridley Scott. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ridley Scott? He did Gladiator. Did he do Alien? He did an Alien movie. Yeah, he did. Oh my god. Okay, this might seem bad, but my memory's a little fried. But yeah, so he's done some iconic things, yes. But he has degraded his craft over the years. I'm not gonna lie. His movies have kind of started to dip in quality. That's one. And also he made Gladiator 2, which was just so completely unnecessary. And I think he's also kind of embracing AI. No, I think I'm thinking of someone else. But yeah, he might be that. But then also, he's just kind of a snobby asshole. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And as an artist, you probably should be. Just a little bit pretentious, but you keep that in your head. You know what I'm saying? All right, next we got James Mangold. Now, this is only on account of the fact that his name just isn't super well known. Not that he's made bad movies, but just that first part. So he did Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny. He did Logan, which is a fantastic movie. He did the Bob Dylan biopic, not Deliver Me From Nowhere. God, I'm forgetting what it's called. But Into the Unknown? A Great Unknown? Something like that, with Timothée Chalamet. And I haven't seen it, but I heard it was really good. And James Mangold is also supposedly directing a Swamp Thing movie, which should be interesting. And he also did one other movie that I've seen. I just don't remember what it was called. He's a good director, just doesn't have that much. He's just not that well known. That's pretty much it. And then Joseph Kosinski. He, once again, same thing. Very good filmmaker, just not super well known by name. Because he did F1 and Top Gun Maverick. Those are the only two that I know of his, that I've also seen too. Fantastic job, especially on F1. Honestly, I really think, don't get me wrong, now I just haven't seen Top Gun Maverick in a long time since it came out, and I also low-key fell asleep during it, so I do need to rewatch it. But I do remember F1 and the camera work, the shit that they were doing with those cars and the way the camera was moving on those cars, like swiveling from Brad Pitt's face and then doing a full 360 spin around, and it's hitched onto the corner of the car. It's, dude, some of the coolest shit. And my favorite shot in the movie is I think it's one or two cars zooming past the camera, and but the focus is on a cone, and then as they zoom past, the wind makes the cone move a little bit. I love that shot so much. So yeah, That is the end of our low aura tier. Now we're going to mid aura, okay? Mid-level aura. So he's got some pull. You recognize the name, and you've definitely seen at least one of their movies, I'm sure, but they're just not quite there yet, you know? So Peter Jackson, I know he probably should be higher. He's done Lord of the Rings, King Kong, so much good stuff. Only problem is, I think it's been like 20 years since he made a movie. I could be mistaken. I probably should have done some research, yes. But I feel like it's been a long time since he made a movie, or at least one as iconic as those. But since he has those in his bag, he immediately gets to at the bare minimum mid-tier. And that's where he is right now. Now, the Russo brothers. Yes, they have made two of the most successful movies of all time. Like, most highest grossing movies of all time. They have made four, amazing Marvel movies. However, their track record before and after Marvel, not great work. I'm not gonna lie, The Gray Man was very mid, and I didn't even I think I watched the first 10 minutes of Electric State. I turned that shit off, bro. Oh my god, and Cherry, the movie with Tom Holland, where it has the camera in the toilet showing his asshole, like, bro, lock in. I understand taking creative swings, but it gets to a point. It gets to a point. But yeah, and they are doing Doomsday and Secret Wars, so, you know, they still have some pull. They have some aura. Now, Edgar Wright, once again, a name that you may or may not know, and you've definitely seen one of his movies, like, for example, like Baby Driver, or The Running Man that came out last year, or, oh god, what's that movie? What is that movie? What's his name? Simon Pegg. What is that movie called? Oh, I'm forgetting. But yeah, really stylized director. I really like that. Like, my favorite of his is Baby Driver. I will say that one. Kind of a very influential movie for me. So yeah, Edgar Wright. He's got some pull. He's got some pull. Now, Sam Raimi. Once again, I know he should be higher, but, you know, he's kind of just it's not that his quality has gone down per se. It's more just that he hasn't made anything as iconic as Spider-Man or Evil Dead since then. I really liked Multiverse of Madness, but it wasn't fully his movie. You know, it is very ingrained in the Marvel machine. It was a multiverse movie, so he does not have 100% creative control, I can tell you that. But it was still a good movie. It had some sauce. Send Help was a fantastic movie. I loved Send Help. So yeah, he's got some pull. Now, Robert Eggers. Damn, am I really putting Eggers on the same level as Sam Raimi and Edgar Wright? Honestly, low-key, yeah. Dude, Eggers is a great director. You may not love his movies, and yes, I can see if you don't connect with the characters that much, but I think that's also kind of the point. He's telling it from a very perspective-driven, but also a very real place, you know? Like Nosferatu. I loved Nosferatu. The vibes of that, he knows how to make a vibey, old time period aesthetic. Like, I get why he doesn't want to make a movie in modern day. That's just, and also I'm very hyped for Werewolf. And The Northman, fantastic movie. And The Lighthouse, oh my god, The Lighthouse is something special, man. So yeah, he's got, and I haven't seen The Witch. I do plan on watching it though. Now we're going into the high level aura guys, where it's like, you know their name, and they make these. They have pull. Okay, so starting with Denis Villeneuve. Dude, he's got Dune, Arrival, not Nightcrawler. What is it called? It has Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. Why am I blanking on the name? Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name. But yeah, he's got all these great movies under his belt. Like and Blade Runner 2049. He is pushing it. He's like at the upper echelon of this tier. But he's not there yet. He's not there yet, in my opinion. If Dune 3 is peak, though, we can put him there. Now, Ryan Coogler. So now, obviously, he's done Creed, Fruitvale Station, 3 Black Panther movies, one that hasn't come out yet, but I'm sure it'll be at least at the bare minimum a 6 out of 10. And then the crown jewel, Sinners. Oh my gosh, brother, Sinners just elevated him to a whole different level, let alone that he made the first $1 billion black-led superhero movie, which is one thing, which was so just dripping with culture, man. Oh my gosh, and the Ludwig Göransson score in that movie is fantastic, and also his mainstay composer, which is also really cool. So yeah, Coogler, he's got a lot of pull, but he's not at the pure motion part yet. And then Matt Reeves. Now, Matt Reeves, honestly, I was debating on putting him in mid to high, but Matt Reeves, he just makes quality, bro. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was like a fucking religious experience for me watching that movie. I was like, dude, Koba? No, I'm not reciting a scene from the movie, bro. I'm not doing that. But yeah, you are not ape. Oh my gosh! Now, War for the Planet of the Apes was not as good, but still a very strong movie, and I love the themes he was going for in that movie. And Caesar's End was amazing. He was fantastic. And then, of course, he has The Batman, which just elevated him to a whole different level. Now, granted, he is a slow worker. He's a slow worker, but he does have some alleged personal things going on, so I'll let it slide. But the Batman 2, Matt, you better start writing 3, shoot them back to back. We want a third Batman before 2050, okay? I'd appreciate it. You know, I don't want Robert Pattinson to be, you know, I mean, Michael Keaton did it, and he was way older than that, so. And he was a tough as Batman in the Flash, I will say. But yeah, that's not the point. Anywho, Matt Reeves, very tough. Now, Jordan Peele is the last name on this list, in this tier. Oof, man. He just needs a larger resume, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. Get Out, iconic. Nope, good. Or no, not Nope. Us, good, but not great. Not great. Nope, amazing. I loved Nope so much. And the technical work on that movie, the day for night scenes, dude, oh my gosh. And the score, bro, Joseph Abel cooked up, man, like, and it's just like, now, the problem with Jordan Peele is that his themes can be a bit heavy-handed and a bit, not repetitive, but like the way that he inserts his themes and the way he tells a story is a little bit too similar from each to last. Not the themes themselves, but the way he does it. So I think if he can just adapt a different way on how to make his movies, like something new and fresh for him specifically, I think he could really get up there. And also, where's that other movie, bro? We had a release date of this year. It was supposed to come out in like October 24. Then it got pushed 2 years to now. Now it's just off the slate indefinitely. What are we doing, man? But maybe he's just trying to adapt his craft, bro. I'm gonna let him cook up. You know, it's okay. All right, and then now we are into the pure motion category. Now, pure motion, originally I had it as you hear this person's name, you're immediately running out to the theater. And I can say that, yes, kind of. But at least it doesn't even have to be that modern, though. I'll say that. If there was a point in time where you were that director and it was like you hear that name and like, oh my gosh, we got to go see it, then, you know, I'll let you in there too. Because originally it was just one person in the tier because I was staying in 2026 times. But you know what? I'll let it slide because these are just iconic directors and you already know all of them. Yeah, if you're this far and you know them all. So starting off one, we got the GOAT, the motion man himself, C-Note, Christopher Nolan. Oh my gosh, dude. The Odyssey is I think it's about to be top 3 highest grossing $1 billion rated R movies, obviously. So it's about to cross $1 billion. And it hasn't even opened in China yet. So yeah, they're making it there. The Odyssey, fantastic movie, by the way. And then obviously with Oppenheimer, Barbenheimer, that's just motion, bro. Just motion, man. If Oppenheimer was directed by anyone else, that shit would not have made 900 million, bro. That shit would not have made 900 million. Next, James Cameron. Just pure iconic filmography. We got Terminator, Avatar, not Death Proof. What is that one movie? He has another one with Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis, I think. What is that called? Okay, never mind. But yeah, and then, you know, what did I say? Did I say Avatar? And then Titanic. Did I say Titanic? Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Basically, you know who James Cameron is, bro. You know who he is, and you're gonna go see his movie. You're gonna go see his movie, bro. That's it. Quentin Tarantino. Now, yes, he hasn't made a movie in 7 years. True. And I would have been really interested to see what the movie critic would have been, but I feel like it would have been a very, not cynical, but very self-glazing kind of movie, you know, and he does that, obviously, specifically when he casts himself and just starts spamming the N-word hard R, too, with an Australian accent of all things. But yeah, Tarantino, he's still got motion, though. He's still just like a phenomenal director. Okay, if you've never seen Kill Bill, go watch, dude. Or Django, or fucking Inglourious Bastards. Like, bro, go watch these movies. Okay, now, Martin Scorsese. Yes, his movies haven't been fantastic as of recent. Like, Killers of the Flower Moon, it was cool. I didn't love it. It was way too long. Oh my God, it was way too long. Justified runtime in a way, but it was still way too long. Lily Gladstone did really good, by the way. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Martin Scorsese. I do need to watch more of his old stuff. True, yes. But Wolf of Wall Street is still peak. Now, Steven Spielberg. He just had a movie come out. I I actually don't know how much it made. I'll probably put a graphic up on the screen. You know what, fuck, I don't want to look it up right now. Disclosure Day. Now, my thoughts on the movie, I think I gave it like a 6.5. It was a solid movie. It wasn't amazing. You know, it definitely could have been better, I'll say that. But it had a lot of texture. It had so much sauce, and the directing in it was actually really good. So, let's see. No way. There's absolutely no way, bro. Oh, okay, this is the opening weekend. I was about to say, it said 92 million worldwide. Dude, oh my gosh. 240. Okay. All right. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think it made its budget back, so who knows? It might have been profitable. But yeah. And yeah, that's the last person on the list. So yeah, let me know if you agree. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, go check out some of my other videos that I'll put in the end. And yeah, that has been Tadell Talks for this session. See ya.